Alright, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Jay the Trucker. And I just decided I was going through my videos. I've been giving a whole bunch of reviews and talking a whole bunch about the company, but I have not been talking about, come on now, I'm making my thing just this morning go off. But excuse that, I'm going to try to edit that out and get my sister to do it. But this video is going to be about challenges that I face trucking internally and externally, and the good and the bad of trucking. So I'm gonna jump right into it. So one of the biggest challenges I face with trucking is leaving my kids. For all of y'all who thinking about getting into trucking, the first few weeks was like devastating to me. Might not be like that with everybody. Yes, I'm a dad, and I grew up with parents who spent quality time with us. Even though they worked, they came home at night, so it was a little bit different. Shout out to my mom, you know, she definitely did her thing, and my pops. But they always say, you know, you tend to do what your parents do if they did right. So hopefully y'all did do right. But anyways, I was devastated leaving my kids when I went to Wisconsin for 3 weeks back in last year sometime. I used to FaceTime my kids every break, every time I went to the bathroom, almost all day while I was in the hotel. I was working for rail transportation. I was gone for 3 weeks, came home for a week and a half, and then was gone for another 2 weeks. So it was definitely getting me adjusted to get ready to be that OTR man that I desired to be. And I took that big leap of faith, that jump leaving the production plant, going from an hourly pay to cents per mile. I had no really idea what I was doing, but I knew I had to do better for myself, push myself for my kids. I want to give them everything they deserve. So that definitely was one of my biggest problems with trucking, and it's still something I battle today. I just hit my year, November 9th will be a year for me, 1 week. November 9th, October 9th, I can't really remember, y'all. I can't tell you where I went yesterday. But I still face those challenges, you know, when I'm leaving my kids, especially my oldest daughter, Brooke. Shout out to Brooke. She always say, Dad, why you leaving? Or, I miss you. Why don't you stay? Well, can you just play with me for 5 more minutes before you leave? So I usually tend to give in, because I'll always prepare to make sure I leave with extra time, so I can definitely spend that extra 5 minutes with my baby or whatnot. But it definitely gets to me when I'm out here. I'm thinking about it. So that's one of my big challenges as well. My other kids, my other 3 kids are small, so it really not affecting them. Brooklyn will be 5 in December, so she definitely understands and knows when I'm getting ready to leave and back up. My son, I'll give a dog on the crap whether I'm there or not. He's just bad. So that is one of the biggest challenges, and weather. I've been thinking a lot about weather. You know, this winter is definitely coming up. It is going to be approaching fast. Don't know how bad it's going to be, but I know it's coming up, and this will be my first full season of winter driving by myself. I've definitely been preparing myself, even with the rain. Got to get that following distance. I don't want anything going wrong, so you just got to be prepared. Those are some of the challenges I face. You know, this is nothing to play with. I always tell myself they can replace the load, but they can't replace me, especially for my kids. So you take your time. If it's unsafe, you park, anybody try to make you drive, you tell them, since they sit behind that desk, they come out here and drive. Let me see them do it. 9 times out of 10, most of them have not even driven the truck before. So don't be a weak driver, but definitely don't push yourself if it's not a safe situation. So weather, my kids, and okay, so the hills and the mountains, east Ohio, going out East Coast definitely is not an ideal driving thing for me. never like it. My first load out with rail by myself took me to South Carolina. I did not like going through the hills. Never liked it at the mountains. So I took a local job. Really didn't care for that, but you gotta respect those mountains and those hills, guys. Don't be playing around. I know there will be truckers that will go past you going 70 when I know what highway was it, 67, 76, interstate, or whatever it is. I can't remember where I was going. I was going to West Virginia or South Carolina. And it was just like truck speed limit is 45, and I mean, he just blew past me. And I was like, he probably live out here. This is probably his normal route. But I am not from out here, nor do I live out here. And we do not have hills and stuff like this. So I definitely took precautions because you can go down the mountain one too many times slow and make go down one too many times too fast, and it's 50-50 chance, life or death. So you got to respect those mountains. St. Louis, Louisville, not St. Louis, my apologies. Louisville, Evansville, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. I definitely will not do that. If they even try to give me a load in West Virginia, I will not do it. I know Cincinnati definitely got some of those parts in there, but I tend to take them because they are not as bad as the other ones. But if I feel like there's something I don't like, I definitely don't do it. So my kids, weather, and you gotta respect geographic, respect those hills and mountains. Go slow, let them pass you, let them blow the air horn, let them do whatever they want to do, but you're gonna make it to the next load until you're home time. Something else that's been the challenge is just, thinking like, I don't know, just being alone. I don't have the motivation, that drive, that, I don't know what to call it, but when I first started trucking, I was like, yeah, I'm trucking, I'm doing this, I'm learning new stuff. So I liked what I did, but now I'm just like, I'm getting back to that point where I'm stressing about the weather. God has blessed me with a better job, but better pay, but I definitely miss seeing my kids and stuff like that. So, I say it in every video, and I'm going to say it again. It's a love-hate, bittersweet relationship between me and trucking. Some days I'm ready to run 1,000 miles in a day if I could, like a bullhog. Some days I'll be like, it's 150 miles and be over with. So those are some of the challenges I face, but some of the things I do love about trucking is I don't have someone up over me 24/7. Yeah, you got a fleet manager, but it's only a matter of a thing. You answer the phone and you're done. I like working along. Yeah, I do miss some of my boys back from HSC, but I definitely do like working along. It gives me time to evaluate even my personal self when I'm driving. Making these videos is a relaxation thing for me. So working alone, not up under the kids like all day, every day. I will get irritated with the child. Hey, I think every dad do that when they're watching kids. Sit down. So working along is a big thing for me. I like working along. I don't like when people try to tell me what to do. Never have, never will. Another perk, which I will make definitely a video on it, it gives me opportunity to do what I want to do. I don't know if I uploaded the video. I think it's still in editing. Gosh, yes, I'm going to start editing the videos. I'm going to make it more nice and easy for you. But my main purpose is getting information out there. I'm 22 years old, and I was just having a bad time with trucking. I was able to say, okay, pack the kids up, we're going to Chicago on Friday. I had a worse day, ended up getting a little bit more time to make it there. Pack the kids up, we're going to Chicago on Thursday. Extended weekend, so it's just like, trucking has definitely given me the option to do what I want to do. Financially, I'm stable. I know I can get a job I do have a child, I'm not going to go into details that I have 50-50 with, thank God, you know, everything. Sorry about the buzzer I got over without using my booty, which I should not have. But I do have a child that is with me part-time. Trucking has given me the financial stability to where when she do come down, I am able to do whatever she want to do, when she want to do, where she want to go, what she want to buy. I can do whatever I need to do to make my baby happy and enjoy her time while she's with me. Thank God her mom has been stepping up, but this video is not on that. But I'm just elaborating to you guys. Trucking has put me in a predicament at 22. It's opened a lot of doors. We're thinking about buying another house as an investment rental property. Guys, I got big plans. I'm trying to stick it through. I've been thinking about getting a UPS job to be home more, but it's like, you know, they've got sacrifice for the pay, the home time, or what you want to do. You know, I want to be financially stable. I don't want to keep hopping jobs because fleet management, my driver leader, whatever the terminology you guys want to use, definitely has been doing well by me. So that's what you make it, you know, like that's the big pros of trucking, working alone, making money. I don't got nobody up my pay crack saying get this done, do it like this, SWIs, none of that. But I mean, just a year ago when I was working in the plant, when I'm making a week and a half, I was making in a month working there. So it's like, it's definitely giving me some. It's definitely helped me out. It's given me more room to do what I want to do. It's been giving me more room to just be a better person, helping my fiance out, allowing her to do what she wants to do. So, you know, got to adapt to the lifestyle. If I want to give it up, that's something that I have to think about. So, it's a lot of pros of trucking. I've learned so much just with trucking, how to read it out. Why do they get right in front of me? I really hate that. But learning how to read an atlas, being able to guide myself, I could guide myself across country within a few miles. I'm not even going to say a few miles, I'll say 1 or 2. It's a few, but I could guide myself across country within a few miles. Probably directly to it without a GPS, without an atlas. I've learned how to read interstate signs, how to incorporate them and get to where I need to go. Learning how to avoid detours or what detour to take this, you know, just reading the map and just knowing the interstate system has definitely helped out a lot. So it's given me, you know, I'm growing as a person, I'm learning more. I've even been looking into doing trade, so there's a lot of pros and cons with trucking internally within me, just from my experience. I've met so many wonderful people out here. It's just like, you make trucking what it is. Some people do it just to make the money, which is what I'm leaning a little bit more towards. But if I didn't have my kids, definitely me and my fiance would be out here making the ching-ching. But, you know, that's it. I'm wrapping it up for you guys. That's a little bit of information. If you're thinking about getting into trucking, the pros and cons that one of a million truckers in this country go through. So, again, it's your boy Jay the Trucker. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, give me feedback. Y'all let me know what else y'all want. Hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for the next video.